Guys, good evening. Thank you for attending. We are going to, like I already shared with you, that you're just going to look at capturing receivables and creditors. That will be our focus today. Okay, so any questions relating to debtors and creditors, share it here. Okay, so as you're aware, whenever you open QuickBooks, the blue icon, something like this will come on your screen. I hope you can see the screen that I've shared. Okay, then for us who are going to the exam, we know it's supposed to go to create a new account. Okay, and then move on, include the name, the legal name, address, then you go to the nature of the business. Is it a retail shop? They deal with merchandise, products, services, real estate, what? Then you move on, create a file name, okay, and make sure that the file is the company file. Sorry, make sure that the company file is in a folder of your own names and registration number. Okay, I don't want to show those here. Maybe next time we may look at it because those are the vital things. If you have a folder which is empty, then what are you telling us? Okay, but I'm hoping at this level we all know how to create one. If we don't, kindly refer to my YouTube recording that I shared sometime back when we're going to have the coursework too. Okay, so otherwise, yeah, I'm going to choose one that is already here. Okay, and as it opens, okay.
QuickBooks zinaziteka password.
Shakira, mute.
Okay, since I've forgotten my password now. I think I'm going to consider another account because this one has failed to open. Guys, don't put passwords in your work, otherwise you look for it. No one will be there to ask you to open the file for them. So with me, this is my PC, so I can afford to try out those few things. Okay. So otherwise, as it opens, okay, something like this will come. I think someone has her video on, or his video, can remove it. You're affecting my screen. So I always tell you that once you open the file, or once you open the company, these things will come up, but always try to keep the dashboard empty. Okay, keep it clean like this. Okay, so without the waste of time, we're going to capture balances. Now, I don't have the question here, but I'm going to share with you and you refer to the past question that you did before. So they'll give you a trial balance. They'll tell you that we're looking at 2020. They'll tell you that we have a trial balance as at 31st December 2020. Okay, so they'll tell you that that customers, or we have debtors, what you call accounts receivables, as follows. They'll tell you that Katavazi 20M. They'll tell you that maybe Musa 30M. Okay, they tell you any other, assuming there are only two, Katavazi and Musa. Those are your debtors. And those are your balances that you have. How do you capture those balances? So what you do is you come to customers. You're talking about debtors, so you come to customers. Okay, and then you go to customer center. Okay, once you go to customer center, then you will see new customer. Okay, which you will click new customer, and then something will come like this. Okay, there are two ways, and I'm going to share with you also what the lecturer showed me today. But for now, this is the simplest. Okay, you customer center, then you go to new customer and job, and then new customer. So the customer name will come. So if it is Katavazi, you can already have Katavazi there. So assuming you consider Musa now. The balance that they've given you, they're saying you put it here. Someone should mute. Okay, you put here the opening balance. So we said 30,000 for Musa 30M. Okay, and then the date is important. As when, if you're telling you as 31st December, put here 31st December. The saying the opening balance, therefore it is 1st January 2021, put the date. So assuming the opening balances, so it's saying December. For the dates, always consider months, and then the others you change manually. Okay, so that's first, I was saying 1st January. So look at 1st January. Okay, but the year is 2021. So just edit that. This saves you time, rather than scrolling all through up to. Then you say, okay, the name is already in use. So you want to consider someone else. Should I consider? Maybe Beatrice. Okay, then you say, okay. Okay, so when you go to your debtors account or receivables, okay, you captured one. If I go and look for my receivables, which you can find in charts of accounts, first accountant, charts of accounts, when you expand and you go to receivables, which is account payable, and you click on it, they bring the breakdown. So I put in Beatrice, and here is Beatrice. Okay, 30M. That is one way, and it's an opening balance. As you can see, it's an opening balance. That is one way. Now there's this other way, which I want to try with now another customer. So you still go to customer, but this time you create an invoice. Okay, remember customers are or debtors, or receivables are guys to whom we sell goods on credit. Okay, so when you sell on credit, we use invoices. So now when you go to invoice, under customer job, you put the person you're demanding. So since I already have these, maybe you can consider who. Let's consider Ismail. Okay. Now, I don't put the opening balance this time. Okay, I will just say okay. Right. So the customer name is this. Then you come and capture the date. The date is still 1st January 2021. Well and good. Then when you come to now item, and you click on it, you don't put beans, what, no. You instead put, okay, just a moment. Instead put opening balance. It's going to work, just a moment. Did I create invoice? Moment. No. You have said for so you go to customer, right? Create an invoice. When you create an invoice, you come to, I'm not seeing the part. Ismail. Then you're saying it's supposed to be opening. I don't know why it's showing me this. Supposed to be opening balance. Yes. Why is it going to inventory? Ah, I've remembered. Okay, now when you click on this, you say that the shortcut is you don't put inventory part, but you put service. Okay, so when you put service and you say okay, it will allow you to put the opening balance. Oh, okay, now this one is fading really. Supposed to be service. Yeah, it is. You put it here, opening balance. Okay. Sorry about that. Opening balance. Then you say okay. Are you sure? You must specify the account with this item. Okay. So the account, as usual, this time you don't put sales, but you put opening balance equity. Where is opening balance equity? It's under equity. So here, equity, then you say, okay. Okay, so you don't put any rates. Just put the amount they gave you. So assuming we go with the amount we agreed upon, which is 20M, we say 20M. Okay, so of course your description is opening balance. Opening balance. Then you say now, okay. When you save and close, yes, don't close, yes. When you save and close, and you go to accounts receivable, okay, here, charts of accounts, okay, let me show you the charts of accounts. Which is under accountant, then charts of accounts, then you expand. Okay, and you go under accounts receivable. You find there that you have an Ismail in the receivables account with 20M. Okay, that's how the lecturer told me to show you today. So take this seriously, yeah? That's why I communicated. Okay, he said, I'm going to repeat that one because I also trying it for the first time. Is this being recorded? You guys are worrying about recording. Yes, kindly pay attention, just listen in, okay? Let's try out another custom. Okay, using the lecturer's method. I think mine was easy, or it's easier to at least go about. I'll just read mine shortly. Disturbing me. So this okay. So you go to we're looking at, yes, customer still. Okay. I said for my method, you go to customer center. Okay. Then you come to new customer and job. When you click on the drop down arrow, there's new customer, add job and stuff. So just say new customer. When you click on it, to give you the option for the name and then the opening balance. And then they change the date to the opening balance. Okay, this one is easy. Then you say okay, and you're done. Okay, but lecturer side. Okay, we could use this one here, where you go to still customer, because you're going to input an invoice. It's confusing. Let me see what someone's saying. Can we choose any method we can use? I would advise you to use the lecturers, because you may try mine and you have issues. Okay. So so you come to customers, okay. Then you come to create invoice. Right? We are capturing an opening balance. Create invoice. So when you click on it, you put here the customer name, the person you have brought about it. So assuming is new, so we're saying add new. This time, let me say Jovia, okay, is our customer. Then you say, okay, here the data doesn't matter, although you can still consider putting the date as 1st January, it's still okay. Okay, 1st January, but it's really not important in this case. Okay, then you say, okay. Then when you come here, okay, remember the most important date is the invoice date, which is the 1st January, blah, blah, the opening balance. Then you come to your item code. Under item code, I've told you that you click on it and you add. Okay, fortunately, we already have opening balance here, but I'll try to put something else. So you say add. When you add, you don't use inventory, but this time you use service. Now, the opening balance comes under item name. Okay, you say opening balance. Since I already have an opening balance there, let me just add a dot to make a difference. So opening balance, then you say, okay. Yes, okay. Account associated. Now the account associated is not sales, yeah, it's not the sales income, but rather the opening balance equity. Okay, so you come and scroll and look for it, which is usually under equity. So you just look for equity here, opening balance equity. When you click on it and you say okay, this is what will come. So description, you put opening balance. Okay, then the amount, because you have a full amount, you know that Jovia, we're demanding you 50,000 or 50M for that matter. So 50M, put the amount. Okay. So then you say, okay, save and close. Okay. So how do you know that you write? You know, you write when you go to chart of accounts. And when you go to account receivables, Jovia must be there. And this is Jovia. And the amount, like that. So that's how we capture opening balances. If you're given a trial balance and they tell you that you have these balances here, tell you that under debtors, you have whoever, either Jovia, either Musa, or maybe a company itself, Katabazi Limited. Yeah. As you capture opening balances, you have said you go to customer, create invoice. Under item code, you put add new, go to service instead of inventory part. Excuse me. Then under item, excuse me. Sorry about that. Under item name, you put the name of the opening balance. Okay. Then you go change account, put opening balance equity. And then you save. And then put the amount. And that's it. So now let's look at creditors or the payables. Okay. I can repeat that. Sure. So for customers, they're saying that the method is that you go to customers, okay? You're capturing opening balances. Remember, I'm emphasizing that you have debtors, opening balances. You create invoice. Under invoice, you capture the name of the person that is in the trial balance. So assuming the guy now is called David. Okay, this data doesn't matter, like I told you, but it doesn't hurt if you just make it to the 1st of the year, the beginning of the year. So the beginning of the year is 1st January. It's not always. This is a substituted year of income. We also have a normal year of income where you have 30th June. Okay, 30th June, that's the date, the year end date. Then there's 1st July for the beginning of the year. Okay, then you say okay. So when you come here under item code. Remember, under invoices, we would find here inventory and stuff. But in this case, for opening balance, you come and say add new. Okay. When you add new, don't choose inventory part. Okay. But instead, choose service. Okay, then they'll ask you for the name. So I feel that the name here is called opening balance because the opening balance is opening balance, right? Then they'll ask for the account. Under account here, where does the money go? The money doesn't go to sales, but it goes to opening balance equity. So when you look for opening balance equity here and click on it, then you say, okay, this is what will come in. So under description, you can still say it's opening balance. Okay. Then you put the amount because the amount is always given. So assuming it is now in this case 45M. Assuming it's 45M. Okay, the price will always be the same as 45 because you don't have quantities. Then you say save and close. Okay, so when you save and close, and you want to confirm whether you've done the right thing, you will go to chart of accounts. Okay, there are many ways of checking whether you've done the right thing. But chart of accounts is the shortest. That you come under receivables and you look for debit. And here is how much was it? 45. Okay, so let's go to the next thing, which is creditors. So for creditors, still the opposite of debtors or receivables. Okay, suppliers, creditors or payables, they're the same thing. You come under vendor. Okay, I'll begin with mine, which is easier. You come to vendor center. Okay, then you go to new vendor. When you click on new vendor, it will be there. New vendor or add multiple. Yes, say new vendor. So when you click on it, you capture the person. So assuming in this case we have, let me check in our participants. Yes, assuming you have Connie. So Connie is your supplier. Say cons. Then the opening balance, just put it here. Assuming she is earning 300,000. Okay. I put the date. Date is very important. Usually it's the beginning of the date, depending on the date of the trial balance. That's what you put. But usually it's the beginning of the end. So it's first, assuming it's first 21. Then you say, okay. Yes. Okay. So if I go to my charts of accounts under creditors, or what you call payables, yeah, accounts payable, and double click on it, you'll find that you have cons here of 300,000. Okay, as simple as that, it's opening balance. Okay, but if you want to try the other version, which is what I was taught today, you come to vendor and enter bills. Okay, so as you enter bills, of course, the vendor person, the person whom you have selling, or the supply I've given you in the question is only put here. So usually it's of course not there, you have to add it. So assuming now it's not cons, but rather who, Sharon. Okay, so you say vendor name, then you say Sharon. This date is not important, like I've told you in this case. So just say okay. Then you come and capture the opening date, which is already there. And then under accounts, you will put opening balance. Okay, this one must be there, surely. So opening balance, yeah, opening balance equity. Click on it, put the amount. How much is she demanding? Assuming this one is demanding 500,000. Then you save and close. You can say opening balance here in memo. That's really choice. Okay. Then you say save and close. Okay. So when you go and confirm whether you have put the right thing, you know what you're looking for. You're looking for payables, so you go under payables, charts of accounts, payables, and then you must see Sharon. 500,000. So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions, you can share with me. Otherwise, I intend to stop here. Specifically regarding debtors and customers. Yeah, I know someone told me to share with them to do with depreciation. That one I'll share next time. Okay. About reducing balance and straight line. That will be next time. Okay. Pardon.
Now you first wait.
Good night. Thank you.
Okay. Good night too. So for my answer, Davison, I can repeat what I just put. We're saying that for creditors, what we call payables, yeah, our suppliers, that you go to vendor, you shall go to vendor and then enter bills. Okay, vendor, enter bills. Then you come to vendor here, capture the vendor. Okay, assuming the vendor they gave you in the question is Vicky. Yeah, if she's Vicky or Vicky Limited, you will say okay. Put the name and say okay. And then come and put the date, opening date. And then under the account, you put opening balance equity. These are opening balances. Okay. Then you put the amount. How much have they put there? If it's 650,000, put 650,000. Then memo you can put if you want. If you don't want, you don't really have to put it. But assuming you have time and you can put the opening balance. And then you save and close. Okay. So that's how we capture suppliers. So if you go to charts of accounts, which is under accountant, then charts of accounts, then under payables, okay, accounts payables, you must find there Vicky here. And it's an opening balance, as you can see, opening balance equity. Okay. And then the amount. Okay. Please returns. Those ones I'll share next time. Eh? Generating reports. Maybe for the generating report, I can share it now. This is the most important thing in the exam. Now, generating the report, you always have your sheet clean like this. Reports have many places of going to. There's this one where you go to just reports itself. Okay. And you go to report center. Okay, I know those who have memorized their thing that you're going to memorize its thingy and you find there are several. But the shortest one is report center. When you click report center, when you click on report center, okay, so many will come. Eh? You have the P&L, you have when you scroll through, you go to the balance sheet. What is it? Expenses by vendor details, income by customer summary, everything will be here. Okay, balance sheet, whatever. Okay, that's under customer center. So when we go to let's try out the balance sheet. If I click on a balance sheet, there are many formats here, but you can choose this one. Maybe this one. Okay, let me choose this one. Double click on it. When double click on it, this is what will show up. Okay, so this is what you have. Eh? So let's just stick to simple parts. You extract. Okay, once you have it here, showing the names and what, you extract it. So PDF will always fail, at least from experience. So always use Excel. So for Excel, you come to extract. Okay, come to extract, which is here. When you click on extract, you go to create new worksheet. When you click on it, something like this will come. Then you say okay or export. So when you export, just look out on your desktop. There will always be a green icon below on the dashboard. So you just a few, still opening. So when you open it, you will see a green icon, an Excel app, just be specific. An Excel file will be showing that is open this site, although you may not see it on your desktop. So because of that, you go and look for it. So for me, it is here. I can share it. Okay, if I may share it, my Excel. Okay, this is what will come. So when this comes, for Excel, always, you must, because as you can see, there's no heading. There's no title for the work that they've just done on the Excel. So you press insert. Okay, you highlight it by clicking on the first one, and then you right click, and then you say insert. So space will come, and then you type what you want. For some time, I'll just say balance sheet. Okay, but you can do more if you have time. So just say balance sheet. Okay, then you can bold, you can, sorry about that. Okay, you can bold. You can do many things with it. You can increase it, you can highlight it. I don't want to do all these because of time. Okay, and then you save it by going to file, save as. Browser may come. If the browser doesn't come, then there will be something showing a desktop. So you go to desktop, and when you go to desktop, there will be a file that you opened. Okay, so assuming mine is final here, click final here, then I save. Okay, so guys, I intend to stop here. Thank you for accepting this. For those who are still around, we're going to discuss